I guess growing up, when I was an early teenager, I kind of knew that I was a little cute here and there because I would get like compliments and guys would have a crush on me or whatever, but I was always really shy. Like I was always the one in the back and stuff, like no, doesn't want to talk, doesn't want to like, is too shy to do anything, like is embarrassed about everything. So I it's not like I used it to my advantage to gain some things or whatever. Um but I wasn't aware of it. I was just living, but I wasn't like, I had no like low self-esteem or high self-esteem. It was just neutral, you know what I mean? And that was like my early teens, like 11, 12, 13, 14, until I met my ex. I started to be really aware of how I look and stuff. I was already a little bit, like especially my body, because I moved to Curacao, and there was this standard, or there is this standard of like body types and what men like and this and that. So I got really aware of that, and I disliked my body. I always thought like, ugh, I'm too like, I don't have anything. I don't have a boob, or like I don't have enough boobs, or I don't have ass, or I'm not skinny enough, and this and that. And I would really like dislike the shape of my face and how round it is, and never liked my gums, the color they are. Like I always would criticize myself. Um and it got worse after I met my ex, because I was really aware of it, because I was like, oh look, like he's looking at these other people and stuff, and he talked about this girl's ass and this and that, you know what I mean? And it's like, I was 14, I was 15 when we dated, and it was always in my head, and the things that happened to slowly but surely started to grow my trust issues and stuff. And I felt like my innocence started to slip away day by day, because I had someone 3 years older than me telling me I'm immature, and I'm acting childish, and how will you get anywhere if you keep acting so small, and like you are like so weak, and every time you're so emotion, like you have so much emotions, and you always cry for this and that and whatever. And looking back, like it's like a lot of these things that I went through with this guy was definitely a reflection of how I felt about myself, and I thought I deserved that, you know. I thought I deserved to be treated like that because I didn't know better, and I was thinking these things about myself too. And so a lot of things happened in the first couple of months, even, like um I felt like I gave myself away to this person because I thought they are more knowledgeable or something, like they know better or whatever the fuck. So I leaned to him, and I guess I liked the chaos it brought. I guess, I liked, I guess, that we were toxic or something. It's like it's all I knew anyway, so I leaned into it. And I felt really heartbroken every single day. I was not treated the way I would I would treat myself right now. Like, obviously not. I would never allow myself to be treated like that again. Um, it's like I thought I didn't deserve better, you know? And we, like, he broke up with me, and after that, like, I kept begging him to be mine. So I was delusional as fuck, bro. I was so delusional that I would lie to myself that even if we're not dating, we're still dating because, like, we're still having sex and stuff, but we're not dating. Like, he broke up with me, so we're not dating. But in my mind and on social media, I would post pictures of us and stuff, and act like everything is okay, and call him my babe, and this and that. Like, well, I'm like 15, 16 years old. Um, and I would act like everything is fine, but in the behind the scenes, a lot of shit is going on, and I'm getting heartbroken every single time, like more and more and more. And without me knowing it, my heart was getting shattered, like more and more the time goes on. And but I was still like begging this person to be with me, but clearly they didn't want to be with me. They literally were focused on themselves. Like, they had themselves in their mind. Like, they wanted to achieve things for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I was not in their plans. And like, things were happening to this person too, his life too, and stuff. So I always was like, oh, he has traumas too, and he went through things too. Like, give him a break. He's just reacting like that in the moment, but you know how sweet he is. Like, because it's like it's like these people, they make you feel good, but then they make you feel really bad, but then they make you feel bad. They make you feel bad because it was your fault that you made them react like that. You know what I mean? That was my situation every time. And it was always like I was gaslit so much and I was manipulated so much that I became that too. Like, I, especially in the end of our whatever the fuck that was, I started to just also manipulate and be all of that, like, to survive it, I guess. Like, I was being in that toxicity, like, I was allowing myself to be there. I could have left. I could have seen my worth, but it took me a while because I never thought there was anything interesting about me. I never thought that there were interesting things about me, or that I am interesting, or that I am beautiful, or that I am that I have talent, and that I never saw myself like that. I never saw myself like that. Like, wow, you know what I mean? I always underestimated myself, like, I didn't think of myself that big. I would look at other people and see them get big and be like, wow, like, I would be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed to try to sing, or I'd be embarrassed to draw or whatever the fuck, because I felt like everyone else was like way ahead of me already. I remember me really liking drawing. Like, I always really liked drawing, but I stopped drawing because this girl in my class, she was a really good drawer, and she was someone like I low key looked up on her. Like, I looked up at her because she was really cool. She would draw like realistic things and stuff, and it was really beautiful. And I remember, like, I probably did it like for her to notice me, but I was sitting next to her, and I was drawing like anime figurines and stuff. I was drawing that, like, and I was really proud of the one that I was drawing. That's why, like, I opened it like next to her, because I wanted her to be like, wow, you're like drawing too, so cool, like, here are some tips, you should get started here, whatever. But no, I got the opposite. She looked at it and she kind of like, she made like a remark, like with a smirk, like, huh, like, do you think, do you call that drawing or something? You know what I mean? That's what she said. Oh my god, that's literally what she said. She was like, do you call that drawing, like with a face like that? And I got so embarrassed. I got so embarrassed because I really liked her talent. Like, I really liked her as a person in general, but she didn't know that. I just found her really interesting. I never really thought anything about her. Like somewhere at the end of the school year or something, she uh did I just oh she was missing school a lot and stuff, and me and my friend, we were like getting worried about her. We were like, what the fuck is going on? And yes, we speculated some stuff, and there were some rumors going on, and we were thinking about it too, because we felt like she was lying to us, because she kept saying that she like she moved, she went to Canada or something, and she had to do some laser things with her eye or something. And her whole personality was like, because she's like Native American or something, or native or something like that. And we live in Curacao, so we're from Curacao, so it was like really interesting, but also weird to hear, like, we're children, we're teenagers, so here and there we would talk shit, but I never did it with ill, like, nothing. You know what I mean? I always found her really interesting person, like, and like, I I'm not gonna lie to you, like, back then I knew that she was also gay. Like, I was not accepting it for myself. I was just dating guys when I was 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Um, is this like last year that I properly, like 2 years ago, I like sat with it, and I'm like, I'm bisexual, but then it came and it was like, no, you're just gay, bro. Like, you don't even, that's why you don't even like men. Like, be honest with yourself. Like, you dated one for 10 years, but that doesn't make you bisexual, because you know what I mean, because you wouldn't do it anymore. Like, I love my girlfriend. I like her. I appreciate her. I respect her. Like, everything. I'm attracted to her. Like, that I am her sexual. You know what I mean? I'm my girlfriend sexual. But I knew that there was something about her, but no one knew anything about me either. Um, Besides, that was also really funny. Like, I had my best friend. She is still my best friend to this day. We had our falling out here and there. Obviously, with best friends, it goes like that, because you're so much together that you see every side of each other. And we were friends for only like a year by at this time, and I we were already best friends. Like, we were already best friends, and I was having like dreams about her. Like, I was dreaming about her, and I felt really uncomfortable, because I guess she was the only person, the only girl, and she knows all of this already. So if she ever watches this, girl, you know who you are. um, like, she was the only person in my life that was so open with me in every aspect of herself, like, body wise, emotional wise, mental wise, everything. And we were going through so many things together. But I was always shy to, like, even take off my shirt in front of someone or take off my pants in front of someone. I would be really like self-aware of my body, and I would not like my body ever. Like I would feel really fat. I would feel like they would judge me. I would feel like they would judge how I look, my tits or my body or my figure or whatever, or my hair, whatever the fuck it is. So, and she was really open, and she would just do that in front of me, and I even like would take pictures of her in her lingerie to send to her boyfriend. But yeah, girl, you know who you are. Um, but so I told her like at school, one day I was like, I have to talk to you. I don't think we can be friends anymore because um I think I like you. I think I have feelings for you or something because I've been dreaming about you, and like I don't know what that shit is, but I can do this. So by me resisting myself, by me resisting who I actually am, it dragged along way more than it should have, and at the same time, I was also in a really toxic relationship with my ex, you know what I mean? But I was still a teenager. I was 15, 16 years old or something, and I refused that. I told her we can be friends, but then like a couple of weeks later or something, we were already like friends again and stuff. And there was like a whole bunch of things going on in that school with another friend of mine that a couple of years ago she just got contact with me because of a misunderstanding, and to this day I still feel really bad about it all because it's like I was another person back then. I wouldn't I wouldn't put my ego first. I wouldn't put my ego that high for me to just let go of a friendship like that. You know what I mean? I just was like, okay, you want to break this friendship? That's fine. You know what I mean? But it was just all a misunderstanding, a stupid misunderstanding, everything to do with ego and stuff. And um, yeah. So, and the friends that I guess the friends that I have and had or whatever, they were supposed to be there in my life. Um, but how I wish to have more people around me. Like, I only have like right now around me in this circle, like in my environment right now, I have no one. Um, but my girlfriend and my best friend, my other best friend, they live in the same city and they're pretty close to me, like 30-minute drive. But my other best friend that we would take over the world and be chaotic as fuck together. She lives like 2 hours away from me. And I feel really sad about that because it's like and also she doesn't have like a lot of time anymore because she made a lot of other friends and stuff, and that made me really happy for her because she really wanted, like, she met these friends at a festival and stuff, and that made me really happy for her because she really wanted to have like-minded people around her and stuff. And I also wanted that, like, I also want that, you know what I mean? um it's like I have a lot of time to think, and it's like I know I have to. I mean, it's good that I'm just taking my time to just talk to myself and think and have all these thoughts so I can also just keep going in my journey, you know what I mean? um but sometimes I have so much thoughts at the same time, and especially I think about like the whole relationship I was talking to you about, my ex. I think about that shit a lot because it's been so recent and a chunk of my life that I sometimes get angry at how I was treated and stuff. But I a lot of things happened in that relationship, and I got hurt a lot, and I did a lot of things um that I wouldn't do right now, that I wouldn't do as the person I am today. And I just genuinely do wish him the best. We didn't have like a proper end ending, like closure, I would say, because the last conversation we had was him, like I was still living, we were still living together. Like I moved out because I finally got a house, and it's really hard. Like that was a miracle. Like me getting the studio was a miracle, by the way, and I'm so grateful for that. um but I was desperately looking for another place because I felt like every single day was a danger for me. Like I genuinely thought that I would either myself or they would me. You know what I mean? And the last conversation we had, he went off on me just because I was just I had no and I didn't want to talk to him. You know what I mean? He just greeted me, and then I was like, mm-hmm. And he didn't like that. And he didn't like that I just said, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because he asked me, "Are you good?" And I'm just like, mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But he didn't hear me or whatever the fuck, and it blew up unnecessarily. And to this day, I'm like, why did I react like that? Like, why didn't I just why didn't I just calm down? You know what I mean? And I was in a call at the same time with my girlfriend. And that's already messy as fuck. That's already messy as fuck. Like I am literally like living with the person that is hurting me and has hurt me so much with no way out. And I'm in a call with the person I want to be with and that I love and that has shown me love. And it was it was so messy, and it was so like difficult those times. And I really thought that I talked about it in another video already. How I really thought that we weren't gonna be together anymore. Um, I thought that we had to like fucking break up because there's no way um there's no way that I got a house that I'm gonna get a house or whatever the fuck. Um, it's probably in another video that I'm gonna post in the future because I have a bunch of videos like scheduled, but I don't know anymore how, where, and what date this gonna be. Like I'm just doing things, you know what I mean? But yeah, it was really like I can make that whole time of my life also like a whole nother video of it. But it was really messy and it blew up. He blew up on me, and I went to my room because we were living separately though. He was living in the living room, and I had like the little room with for me. So, and I put like a curtain in between, like in the hallway, like going to there was a curtain all the way there, so we don't have to like look at each other or see each other if we are gonna go to the bathroom. You know what I mean? So I because I was like a studio apartment, like the room was really small, so I was just staying in like a piece like this the whole day, or I would be outside in the library the whole day and stuff because I just didn't want to be there. I didn't want to be in the house. I felt unsafe and a lot of negative energy. He would smoke a lot in the house too, and I don't like. I promised myself that I wasn't gonna do that anymore because we used to smoke in there like a lot. Um, but I don't want that smell anymore in my house, so I just do it outside. But he began smoking like pre rolls and stuff like that, and it has tobacco in it, and I didn't like that a lot because it would be the smell would be even worse. There was a lot of things going on, and also the housing crisis here is crazy. So I was also really I just had to have a lot of faith because people are looking for houses desperately, and they are in tougher spots. They have children, um, a lot of things going on. And so that last conversation day, like he went like I went to my room, and he came fucking angry at me. Like he came inside the door, and I told him like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, get out of the room and stuff. And he was just angry, and he was screaming at me and telling me stuff and stuff. And then he went out, and I was like shaking, and I was looking for the key of the room. And before that I never like locked it, but this time I actually locked it because I didn't know he was gonna cross my boundaries like that. Like, it's funny because how did I not expect him to cross my boundaries like that? He always did already. But so I fucking locked it, and when I locked it, there he comes again. He started to fucking beat the fucking door, and I was like, just leave me alone, leave me alone. And he fucking banged the door fucking hard, and then he just left. And I was just like shaking, and I was talking to my girlfriend. I was like, I'm so happy I got a place to go. I'm so happy I got a place to go. And it was just so scary, like, because think he had been physical with me before, so I knew that he, like, now especially, like, we're access of each other, just living with each other, you know what I mean, that he wouldn't have hesitated to do anything because he didn't give a fuck about me anymore anyway, you know what I mean. That was in my head. And it was really funny because that day, because I was already looking for, like, there's this, how do you say that, like, shelter thing for women that are unsafe and stuff like that, and you can stay that there and they help you and stuff. But it takes a while, and it takes like, um if the situation is like really like heavy and stuff, you can go there. But I didn't want to go there because it's like I was on meds, and my anxiety was really high, and I would shake at everything, and I couldn't have proper conversations, and it was really hard for me. So I was leaving that for the last option, because in 3-4 weeks I was gonna come here anyway, because I got this house to get in the house 12th of February. But I got this house. Oh, they're calling me. I hope you can't hear that, but they're like, it's like sounding incoming call, incoming call. I don't want to pick up because I'm filming this, and this is distracting me. But I'm so sorry. Just come on. All right, it stopped. Um, so where was I? I Yeah, I had a chance. I got this house like that. I found out that I got this house in November, but I had to wait like 3 months because it's like a new new building and stuff, new complex thing. um so that day I told my therapist and people that were helping me to find another place in the meantime for my safety. I told them, no, it's okay, I don't need it anymore. But when that happened, when my ex did all of that and stuff, I got really scared, and it was like, I'm so sorry that I canceled, but can I please, like, go to the place I really need it and stuff? I feel really unsafe. And they figured it out immediately. And when I was alone, I packed everything up really fast, um because the idea was that, um when I go to that shelter, like, no, I was admitted, sorry, I was admitted. And because I was unsafe, but I was also on meds, because of mental health and a lot of other shit. And I was really like close to I was really suicidal, like, everything could trigger me. So I was admitted for 2 weeks, and the other 2 weeks I stayed at a woman's house, and it was really nice. I really needed that because I don't know what could have happened, and so I packed everything up, and when I left. Like I never saw him again. So that was literally our last conversation. And I'm not gonna lie, when I because the couple of months in November, like I stayed with my girlfriend for like 3 months or something. Um, but I couldn't stay with her anymore because her parents didn't know about me, and I was staying at their house. They were in their country, so they didn't know I was staying there. But I think the mother knew eventually. Um, but we didn't want to make it known yet that we were in a relationship because I was still living with my ex, and it was a whole fucking mess. Like not a lot of people understand that, and like it's like weird and stuff. And also I'm from another, like I'm another, like I don't know, I had like a lot of things in my head. Like I felt unworthy because I'm unemployed and I'm on sick leave, and what am I doing? Like I'm doing nothing, and I'm having mental health issues and stuff, and I'm like struggling and this and that. um the only thing I had till now was like having the studio and having my own place, which makes me really happy because I don't have to live in a room um with tenants or whatever the fuck. That made me really happy. um but I still feel like I have to prove something and like achieve something and stuff. I always really like fucking feel like I have to prove something to people or something. um but yeah, I think about things a lot, and sometimes I really don't want to think about anything, and sometimes I just want to do and accomplish things and stuff. But it's like a crazy war going on in my head, you know what I mean? And it's like it's like it's like the things I want to do, the things I want to, like, I just want to be free like a bird. I want to be I want to be free. I want to be free from these chains, and I want to be free from the things that keep me behind. And I want to just do, and I want to be on my island, and I want to be on another island, and I want to be in another country, and I want to explore. I'm an explorer. I want to explore. I want to explore our earth. I want to know other cultures. I want to know other people. I want to find lifelong friends. I want to find lifelong friends. With I want to travel with my girls and have fun and explore and know and learn, and I want to go places and help people and talk to people, and find little diamonds here and there of lifelong diamonds that can help me along the way, and give people diamonds. You know what I mean? I want to I want to like have the ability to just be like, I'm going to do this today, and I'm going to do that today, and you know what? I next week I want to go to my island and see my mom, and just because I made something and I want to show her, or just because I found something really cute and I want to give it to her. And I want to take my sisters to fucking Puerto Rico or something, or I want to take them to Italy or something, and or I want to go with my girlfriend here and look here, and I want to let's see my bestie today, and I want to go treat her to something nice, and I want to go here, and I want to go to my whatever the fuck, and where all these people come for great speeches and motivation and help and know that they can trust and it's gonna be okay and whatever the fuck, and find love and have love. Do I sound crazy? it's it's like I was sitting. I already, I don't know, I just ate like a bowl of yogurt with some granola and a kiwi, and then I ate like leftovers of yesterday, and then I ate a piece of chocolate, and I was just looking at fucking YouTube, and I was just looking for some dopamine, and then the ads were fucking making me go insane, so I was like, let me just fucking use this 1 month free of YouTube Premium, like because they're driving me insane. And still have gotten rid of the ads. Like I couldn't find anything that I would have wanted to see or listen to or whatever the fuck. And I was like, you know what? You're gonna film something again, because I already filmed something today already. I was like, go do it again. Who the fuck is telling you not to do it? Who the fuck is telling you like, no, you're only allowed to make one video a day or something? No, you're only allowed, to one video a day. You're only allowed to post one video a day, you know? So I was like, fuck it. Like some whole, like just some thought, some me. This is me. This is the human mind going and talking and feeling and experiencing. It's like I'm also looking outside, and also, it's starting to get more chilly every single day, more and more. It's starting to get more colder because it's already fall, autumn, I don't know, however the fuck, one of those two. And I started to be more inside, you know what I mean? And also because I feel like I don't have the correct clothes to wear. Like I feel really, I don't know, I feel like I want to wear nice pieces and stuff, but I don't have them anymore because I literally donated like 75% of my closet because everything was reminding me of living with my ex in that era of my life, and I didn't want to have anything to do with it. So I literally moved in here and I got rid of like 98% of everything that was making me remember. But even though I got rid of most things, I still remember. Like I just have to be okay with it, that it happened and that I'm here right now. It's just I want to stop feeling like this, and I want to start feeling good and stuff. But it's like all right, Vali. Will, like I tell myself, okay, like listen, will 100,000, million, 2 million, 4 million, however the fuck amount, like will it ever even satisfy you if you have it, but you don't have peace within yourself? Like will that even will that satisfy you if you have that in your bank account, but you still don't have peace within yourself? And it's like, will you having a bigger house or you having the freedom to do more things, will it satisfy you? even though you don't have that peace within yourself. So I have to always know that I have to be at peace with myself and be okay with whatever happened, and be okay that I'm feeling like this right now, and don't be so hard on myself, because I really am really hard on myself, and I start wanting to disassociate, or start wanting to escape my reality and stuff, because it's this immense feeling of nothingness, just fucking boredom that is painful, like boredom of boredom where it's like you just think about how motherfucking useless you are in that moment, you know what I mean, and nothing can satisfy you, you're so unmotivated, but I have to give myself some credit, because even though all of this is happening, the thing that I want right now, I'm still doing it. I'm still making these videos. I'm still showing myself. I'm still showing up for myself. And I promised myself that I was gonna do that. I promised myself that I'm not gonna do myself wrong anymore. Because let me tell you, I started and I stopped, and I started and I stopped making videos since 2018. And every time I stopped, I really felt empty. I really felt like, oh, but what if it was that one video away? Or, oh, like, what if you posted this or that? Or, like, I felt really like guilty for stopping. So I always had it in my back of my head, and I would start again. And this is like my third channel right now. Like, this is my third, my fourth, something like that. Because I have a main one, that's where I just look at YouTube videos. Like, I have nothing there. Like, but that's where I did post like my first three, like, couple of videos. But it was like faceless shit. Like, I was just doing some manga things and some and stuff. And then I made another one, and that was in the Netherlands. That was here, and that one I kept using. And then I made another one, but I didn't do anything with that one. And then because the one I made during COVID gained a couple of like subscribers and stuff, and didn't want me to be I didn't want YouTube to give people my suggested videos and like weed content or whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean, or whatever the fuck I was doing or something, because it was really like random, like a really random channel about a bunch of things. And I made this one, and this is what I want to do, and this is what I wanted to do since the other one. I wanted to be talking about life and my thoughts and everything, but I didn't know how to do it properly. I was looking for something to catch the viewer's attention, so I would like smoke weed, or I would like talk do whatever the fuck, but I wouldn't be myself properly. I would do what I think that people want, or people would click on or something, but it wasn't me. So this is me. This is just me. And this is me on my, like, the rawest form. You know what I mean? And um I'm happy that nothing happened to that channel, because I was also going live with my ex and stuff, and we would do things together and talk together and stuff. And I I'm happy I just started clean, like a clean fresh channel, with the things that I'm doing. And I don't know, I might be delusional, I might be whatever, but I really believe in myself. And I really have this strong feeling that this is gonna work, and I'm gonna keep going, because even if I stop, this thing is still calling me. And it's really annoying. It's really annoying whenever I stopped doing it and then I started doing something else, like what I thought was what I was supposed to be doing, like a normal life, and going back to the office and having a normal job and having a normal salary, and paying my bills, and that's what I'm supposed to be doing, and just living that life. I would feel so empty, and this would always be in the back of my head, like maybe it was one video away, maybe it was one video away, maybe it was that one video you wanted to make and you didn't, maybe it was that one. You want to do this, you have to do this is what you want to do, this is your starting point, this is your canon, where you put yourself, and then it like fucking goes somewhere, and then like that'll happen, you know. And so I told myself, I'm starting this time, but I'm not gonna, no matter what, no matter what, no matter, even if fucking AI takes over all these videos and stuff, I will be standing here still. I will be posting it still, because I believe in myself, and I know that this is gonna work, and I know the right audience will be here. The right people will be here. The right people will be listening, you know? And that's all I know. That's all I know. That I have to go through this, and I think it's beautiful. I think looking and seeing and listening to another human being and their experiences is really beautiful. I always really liked it, and I always look for those people. But the way YouTube is set up these days, like you don't even get like proper, I don't know, recommendations or something anymore. You have to like manually search it up or something. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I really liked. I really liked when you had like those fun, raw, normal videos, of just people going through life and talking about the things that they like and that they don't like and stuff. I like looking at people live, and the good and the bad, and going to clubs and not going to clubs, and drinking and not drinking, and smoking weed and not smoking weed, and being angry and not being angry, being sad and being happy, and being on vacation, not being on vacation, working or not working, sick or healthy, like whatever the fuck it is, like everything. Maybe I'm really nosy or whatever, but it's like I just enjoy it, and I enjoy their small and big victories too. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but I really just like, you know, it's like you also look forward to something, and you also can like relate to these things, and you feel you feel like, yeah, we're all human, like being humans together, and that's beautiful thing. Like I really like to people watch whenever I'm outside, and I just look at them and observe them and see how they move and stuff. It's really interesting to me. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but I just really enjoy doing it. And I really enjoy doing this, and I believe in myself. And this is really a long thing waiting to happen. Like I felt it, like especially this last couple of weeks and months, I felt it stronger than ever. Every day that I wake up, this is the first thing I have in my mind, that it's like you have to do this. No matter what you look like, no matter what it is, whatever the fuck, you're gonna do this.